it's timetable release day. Yay! I know some of you in particular are super excited about this day and are itching to find out what's happening next year. I wanted to talk you through a couple of things. Change, people don't like change, I totally get it, but the changes that we've made are for the best for everyone. And I'm super excited to show you this timetable because it's truly built around what you want and what you asked for. So thank you, especially to those that have had a chat or filled out our survey, because that really helped in putting this timetable together. So you can read all the information I'm about to say in the email, or if you prefer video, keep watching along with me. So some of the classes that have been removed include the competition teams and the performance troupe. Now, the reason for that is we found over the year a lot of people dropped out of those classes. The attendance was super low, and then even for performances, the attendance at the actual shows was really low. Now, I know in particular the troupe has existed for a really long time, but what I want you to understand and think about as well is that even last year or this year, in fact, for the last few years, most classes are invited to perform at all of our events. So Gosford Regional Show, Tuggerah Westfield, even some of the Sydney events, they're not limited to the performance troupe. The idea of the troupe was that they were meant to commit to going to every single event, but that just hasn't been possible for everyone and it's not been happening. So what we're doing instead is creating more performance opportunities for everyone, including those that were in troupe, by inviting whichever classes are ready to perform at the time. So that's actually a really good thing because it means more performances, not less. And there is still a class at those times, which will feel in the classroom pretty much exactly the same. It's just a different name. If you have questions around it, let me know. In terms of competitions, it's been really challenging, to be honest, to find comps that are local and not too close to lots of other events that we do. So again, if there's a class that's really ready to go and there's a comp that matches the time that we're all available, we can absolutely enter a competition. We're not against competitions. We just think that performance opportunities are actually what people are wanting more than comps in particular. Now, day programs, we haven't mentioned them in the timetable as a specific day program. However, same as this year, classes run all day long. So if you want to come from 10 and finish at 3, you can. If you want to come from 10 and finish at 7, you can. If you want to come from 2 and finish at 7, you can. So you can just pick whichever chunk of classes that suits you, all day or half day, however that works for you. We do have a lunch break, and for those that have general supervision as their ratio of support, we are there to supervise during the lunch break. Okay, drum roll. Parent and community classes making a comeback. One of the things that I loved most about last year was the community class, because I see it all the time, and I know and you know that you guys need time for you. Parents need time for you, and this is 1 hour or 2 if you want to come to both classes a week that is just for you to make friends, meet other parents and support workers, or just come with your blinders on and do something for you with dance, fitness and fun, and it's always a hoot. So I'm very, very happy that that is back. Another drum roll. For a while, we have had requests to reopen in Newcastle. So it is not 100% locked in, but we have got a teacher, a day and a time locked in. So we're just finalising details with the location and the space, but we are very excited to see most likely that Newcastle will be happening next year, which I think will make a lot of you very happy who have been traveling. Now, age groups on the timetable, same as previous, we have bulked them into age groups. So first off, take a look at the age group that is for you, your age. But if there's a class that's not on that timetable and you notice it on a younger or a higher, older age group, let us know. And we know you really well, so we can help pick which age group or which class is going to be best for you. And mostly it's built around who else is in the class and helping you to make friends and have a good mix of personalities in the class, right? So we are very flexible with the age groups, but start off with that first and then we can go from there. As usual, our classes are small sizes. So do get in to the enrollment day as soon as you can. I will go through that in a second. Some classes are capped as little as 4 because of the space in the room. So the purple room is quite small, and others are capped at 12. So make sure that you get in on the classes that you really, really want first. Now, on the flip side of that, if there's a class that we've put up on the timetable and it doesn't get enough interest after a few weeks, it may be something that we might not be able to do anymore. But also, if there's people on a wait list for a class, then of course we'll look at opening a second class of that. All right. There's another class name that is a little bit different on the timetable, and that is body conditioning. And it's previously called dance technique. It's the same class. So if you're looking for dance technique, I have renamed it to body conditioning because that is what it has become over time. So if anyone's ever done a bar class before, it's very, very much based around what a bar class has. Now, it's my favorite class to teach, but it's also something I really recommend that everyone that can get to does these classes. We've put 3-week on the timetable. The reason it's so important is because, especially for those who are doing multiple classes a week, muscles tighten over time. And if we're not stretching them out properly, that's when we can get injuries and things like that. Also, the technique part of the class is essentially safe dance practice. And we've got more time to go into the nitty-gritty of how to do those things. So landing your jumps correctly and turning your legs out a certain way so that your knees are over your toes and all of those things, and they make a huge difference. So one of the best classes for sure. So it includes some bar work, which means working with the ballet bar. We have tiny, tiny little small weights that are optional to use for our arm workout section. We do a little bit of Pilates and yoga, and then jumps, turns, and locomotive movements across the room so that we're learning the sort of dance technique side of it. Sounds boring to some, but I guarantee you it is not. It's super fun. It goes really quickly because of all the different elements in the class. And the yoga section of it is hilarious because all of the poses are pretty much farting poses, and we have a great time. So I highly recommend you all get into that if you can. Public holidays, not doing public holidays. We got your feedback. We're not doing public holidays the next coming year. However, we are continuing through the school holidays as normal. Now, that's only for a while. For the Hunter and the online classes, you will break for the school holidays and also have no public holidays. Private lessons, they are not something that goes on the group timetable. If you're interested in private or even potentially duo duet lessons, reach out to us directly or talk to the teacher about it. It purely depends on whether or not we've got teacher and room availability to do that. So we'll do our best to accommodate you and what you're looking for with that. We may also recommend certain teachers for certain things. If you're wanting to work on, say, a competition routine versus more of a therapy aligned one-on-one, we will help you figure out who the best person is. And of course, dance versus singing, etc. So enrollments, we are not taking any enrollments until Saturday, the 25th of October. The reason we've given you the timetable now is so that you've got time to work out what other things you're doing next year, sit down with your family, figure out exactly what you want to do, maybe who's going to bring you, drop you off, and also have a chat to us and get our feedback if you want on maybe what would be best for you. So there's 3 different ways to enroll on that Saturday. You can come into the studio from 1 o'clock. This is all from 1 o'clock. You can give us a call over the phone. We'll have someone manning the phone. And then also you can do it online through a Google form, which is essentially like a survey form. It's super easy to fill out. So to keep it as fair as possible, that's what we've decided to do, in person, over the phone, or with the Google form. If you email it through before that day, we won't accept that email. So please email it from 1 o'clock or onwards if you need to email it that way. If you have inquiries before Saturday about what classes, that's different, of course. Have a chat to us, and you can even let us know like what you're thinking. That's totally fine. The enrollments will be taken live and put into the system live. So they will be capped as we go through on the enrollment day. So if you have any questions around that, let me know. It's only really Dale and I that will be able to help with those sorts of questions, but feel free to talk to your teachers about what classes they might think suit you, or one-on-ones and things like that. So I hope you're as excited as we are. There's epic things happening next year outside of just the regular programming at the studio, but I will keep that to myself for now. Keep you on your toes. I will see some of you at the studio today, and if I don't see you soon, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'm keen to hear what classes you guys are interested in. All right, have a good day.